Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video, and today I want to talk to you guys about Spirit Spider, aka Ghost Spider-Man or Ghost Spider. He originally appeared in the Incredible Hulk annual issue #1, where Peter Parker was killed and then resurrected by Dr. Banner later on. I think it's Earth 11638. It could be something like that. But either way, it was super cool when I first saw it. It was like Spider-Man and Ghost Rider at the same time, and the name was pretty clever. It was Ghost Spider instead of Ghost Rider, and I thought that was dope until later on when they changed his name to Spirit Spider and gave Ghost Spider to Gwen Stacy. Some of you are familiar with the Spider-Man PS4, PS5 game and know that this suit is also in the game, and I think it's pretty cool. So this was kind of loosely based off the game and the comic reference, because the one in the game has a lot of black lines in it, but I felt like if I were to add black lines, there was a big possibility of messing up and not being able to clean it up properly. So I didn't do it, I just left it white. And in the PS4 game, his arms and legs kind of fade into a deeper, darker blue, where in the comic images they're mainly white. I like the comic references better anyway. You could go with any head, because the head I have is the Ghost Rider head, my favorite head from any skull head. So this is why I went with this, but I have gone with different heads from the past, Taskmaster's head and Stone Cold Steve Austin's head. You can use any skull head you want, but I prefer and I recommend you use the Ghost Rider head. And it's pretty expensive. You could get the one that came with Magic. That's the one I got. Someone sold it to me on Instagram. Shout out to you. One cool power he has is the Spirit Fire, where his head and skull lights up. But in the game, you know how it works. He punches everything and everything he touches turns into fire. And I think that's cool. So I tried to recreate something like that with this blinking light. It could get gruesome here, so if you don't like blinking lights, skip ahead. Cool thing though, again, is that he's so white that any light you put him under, he's gonna glow. Purple light, he's gonna be purple. Red light, he's gonna be red. Imagine a red Spirit Spider. That'd be pretty dope, actually. I like the way this looks. I would like to make a red Spirit Spider and turn him into like Carnage almost. Imagine that. Carnage, Peter Parker, and Ghost Spider. Ultimately, I think under blue light he looks the best, and if you had like a small shadow box and some blue LEDs, you could really light this up really nice and make a small diorama that would really make your shelf pop out. I like it. Looking at it closely, you can see it has 2 or 3 different shades of blue, but one reason why I like this head is the fact that the mouth opens and closes. Shout out to Hasbro right now for giving us a Ghost Rider with an open and closing mouth. I love that. Yes, you can articulate this bad boy, but I will say be very careful because I airbrushed this guy. If you don't know, this was an Iceman body from the retro card pack. So I airbrushed it. I mean, I prepared it and sanded it, but I believe airbrushing paint sometimes is a lot less durable because it's thin coats and it could easily come off. It's not gonna come off, but it can, and that's why I say be careful. But I'm gonna pose it as much as I can for you. You guys know you can do anything you do normally with any Marvel Legend. You have double jointed elbows, wrist hinge and swivel. Your shoulders go up. Your butterfly joints go all the way back. They're painted all the way in the front and in the back as well to match the front. The white is more in the front and the back is a more lighter blue. Reason why I didn't put the logo in the back versus why the logo's in the front is because I airbrushed this backside. So if I were to put a black logo on it, there'd be no room for messing up, because then I wouldn't be able to clean it, because this blue can only be achieved with an airbrush, not a paintbrush. It's too light. It's actually the same exact blue that you see on his head, except just airbrushed. But I will assure you that everything is fully functional. The ab crunch does work. I was gonna say diaphragm joint. The waist swivel turns. Butterflies work, shoulders work, double jointed elbows work. The thighs split without any scratching. There are a few places, again, I'll have to tell you to be careful with, because it's so light and it's so white that anything is gonna bump into it and make it dirty. So again, just be very careful. That's why I say put it in a shadow box, make it look nice with a nice light, and you'll have an awesome displayed figure. But don't be afraid to move it. Spirit Spider, definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man suits. It's weird because it's not even a suit. It's technically, he's wearing no clothes. He's just on fire. And I think it's cool. It's one of the coolest suits in the game because it stands out. And as you traverse through the city, the head is on fire so you can see the flames. Will Hasbro ever give us a Spirit Spider? Maybe, honestly, but I don't know. There's so many Spider characters out there. They probably have a bunch of other ones on their list before they get to Spirit Spider. And I understand that, but this is one of the coolest designs for Spider-Man. And I would like to see him in Marvel Legend form sooner than later, because it's easy to do. The recipe is there. All you need to do is probably get an original head. If I were Hasbro, I would get an original head and then repaint a body like this. It'd be that easy. If you want to make yourself one of these, all you need is an Iceman figure and a Ghost Rider head. But if you want to own this one in particular, I may raffle it off, so stay tuned for that. But I'll let you guys know when it does happen, so all you YouTubers can get a shot if you want. Like Iceman, let's be transparent here. Stupid. But there is a smudge on his neck, and that's, I believe, from my nail. I might have scratched it somehow. Because again, that blue is so delicate and hard to come by to get that color. I just left it that way. I can cover it up. It won't look exact. You probably won't notice it, and I probably should cover that up. And I think I will. I couldn't do the review without showing you that it was there, so there it is. But this is great. I love this figure a lot. Honestly, the shading from the hair to the face was not hard, but the hardest to do. But believe it or not, the front emblem was super easy because of it being all white. I airbrushed that as white as I can get it because I knew I was gonna mess up, and coming back to clean up would be easier if it was all white, and that's why it was easy. But I love this figure, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think Hasbro should give us one? Would be epic to get it in the Gamerverse wave. But nonetheless, guys, if you like this video, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Feel free to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. I love this guy, man.